gentlemen, put it together for Mason LeCompte!
Give it up yourselves. Thank you. Thank you for coming out, all of you. Yes, yes, yes. So I have a confession to make. He's like, oh. I used to work as a professional dominatrix at a BDSM dungeon. Yeah, do we have any kinky people here? Any kinky people? Oh, we got one, we got one. Yeah. So you know what a safe word is, right? Okay, so anytime my comedy gets to be too much, you say the safe word, and I will stop, okay? So your safe word is snap, shackle, civil, satch, block. Okay, now say it. Yeah, everybody got it? All right, perfect, okay. So yeah, so when you think of BDSM, you think of like 50 Shades of Grey, you're like, ooh, sexy, right? Okay, and I apologize for everyone that's eating. You might want to take a break from that. But, yeah, one of my regulars wanted me to fart in his mouth. Yeah. Another guy wanted me to force him to eat dog shit. And I couldn't do it. So I took Tootsie Rolls and I made fake dog shit and I fed it to him. And this guy goes, "Mistress, this isn't real dog shit." Like, this guy was a dog shit connoisseur. Yeah. And you know what he did for a living? Elementary school teacher. No. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Thank God he didn't teach dog obedience classes. Can you imagine that? Yeah. The dog has an accident and he's like, "Are you gonna eat that?" You know? He's grabbing the back of his own head and like rubbing it in the shit. But I had another client come in who was a cop. Yeah, I got paid to beat up an LAPD officer. Thank you. Thank you. That's the kind of police brutality I can get behind. Yes, I made an LAPD officer lick my boot. Like, how many of you can say that? How many of you have asked, "Where is the GIMP?" And it was a legitimate question. Yes, I found him eventually, don't worry. But it's just a job. It was a job like any other job. You get used to it, you know. You're in an office, you hear like phones ringing and the copy machines or whatever there. You hear whoosh, whoosh, oh, you know. Or if you're at a restaurant, you have side work, but there instead of folding napkins, we fold jizz rags. And we had an office party. We had an office party for Christmas, and I stuck a candle in the gimp's ass. But my favorite thing to do was role play. Yeah, so this guy came in. He said he wanted to do a Marilyn Monroe JFK role play. So I was really excited, you know? All right, I was very into it, right? I walk into the room. He's dressed like Marilyn Monroe. True story, yeah. So then he sang happy birthday to me, and I got assassinated by the CIA. So anyone here into ass play? No? Oh. We got one guy. What's your name?
Robert.
Robert's in the ass play. So awesome, Robert. Thank you. So you probably know about butt plugs, right? Okay. There's an entire WebMD page about butt plugs, and I think I memorized it. Let's see if I can remember it. So it was like these toys have a flared base to prevent them from being taken in by the anus and traveling up to the colon. Okay, that's a really nice way of saying it gets sucked up your butt, right? So it says, if you do lose a butt plug in the anus, you will need to go to the emergency room. Yeah, but it's not uncommon. So try not to be embarrassed. Yeah, they really said that. Yeah, in the last 10 years, 39,000 people have had to go to the ER to have foreign objects removed from their rectums. Which brings me to my story. So you all know I was wearing latex gloves for this, okay? All right, so I inserted the butt plug in my client's anus, and it was a perfect butt plug, you know? It had a flare base, it was a beautiful, perfect butt plug, but his anus was so loose from so many years of butt stuff. It took that butt plug in like it was a lost child. Yes. And it was on a one-way trip to the colon. And sending clients to the ER is really bad for business. So I grabbed it as fast as I could, but I couldn't get a grip on it. And I'm wrestling with it. I don't know if any of you know this, but right between your butt cheeks right now is a very, very powerful vacuum. You have no idea. The butt vacuum. So I'm wrestling with this, and this poor man is like, ow, mistress, ow, it hurts. He's like, snap, shackle, swivel, snatch block, you know? And I'm like trying to play it off like I'm doing it on purpose. So I'm like, take it, no, safe word. And meanwhile, I'm like sweating bullets. And then finally, I wrestle it out of the death grip of his anus. This poor guy had no idea how close he was to going to the ER and being number 39,001. Yes. But I have to draw the line somewhere. I have limits, okay? This one guy asked me to shit in his mouth. Yeah. I said, why can't you just drink my pee like a normal person? Right? But speaking of, thank you, right? But speaking of peeing, and you'll understand this, peeing in public restrooms is the hardest part of being a woman. It really is. You men have no idea the strength that it takes to hover over that disgusting toilet. And you know what? The pee never goes in the direction of the toilet. It goes straight forward into your pants and your underwear. Or it goes to the side and it goes down your leg into your socks and shoes. So the only way to do it is to hover. You gotta grip those pussy flaps, wrestle them apart, and pray the pee goes straight down. It's so hard. You guys have it so easy, right? You just have to whip your dick out and pee. You can do it behind a tree. And it's like, and vaginas are so sensitive. It's like if the pH balance gets thrown off, we could die, right? Dicks are so strong compared to vaginas. Like, for example, Robert right now. He could go in the alley behind this club, pull out his dick and rub it on a dumpster. And his dick would be fine. Yes. It's not a vagina. It'll be fine. He could even rub it on the homeless guy next to the dumpster. And it'll be fine. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm very sorry, Robert. I'm sorry. I should say unhoused. Robert could take his dick out and rub it on the unhoused man next to the dumpster, and he would be perfectly fine. But yeah, unhoused sounds a lot better. Like saying I slept with an unhoused man sounds better than I fucked a homeless guy, right? I mean, ladies, we all have, right? Yeah. And if he sleeps with you for a place to live, he's hobosexual. True story, true story. So did everyone have a good Halloween? Woo! Yes, I love Halloween. It's absolutely my favorite holiday because it's the only one you don't have to spend with family. Yes. And I love watching horror movies. I don't know if we have horror movie fans here. Anybody? Yes? Woo! Love it. Me too. Okay, so you know the movie Candyman, right? You've seen this, right? So it's like people look in the mirror and they say Candyman 5 times, and this really scary black dude shows up covered in bees with like a hook, and he kills them. Well, I watched this movie last night called Handyman. Has anyone seen it? Yeah, so it's like in this movie, people look in the mirror and they say Handyman 5 times, and then a Mexican guy shows up and fixes stuff. I don't know, it wasn't as scary. It just wasn't as scary. But anybody here like porn? Woo! Yes, all right, I knew Robert would. All right, let me guess. Let's see, what kind of porn you like. I'm gonna say butt stuff. Okay, I was gonna guess granny or tranny, but oh, I'm sorry. Can you say granny anymore? Is that offensive to grandmothers? You can't even say mermaid anymore. Yeah, now you have to say hermaphrodite. So one of the comedians who's coming up tonight, his name's Ozzy. He told me earlier that his favorite porn was the Little Hermaphrodite. I haven't seen that one, but I'm sure it's good. But sir, let me guess what kind of porn you like. Oh wait, bukkake. It's all over your face. All right, well, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. My name is Mason LeCompte.